Okay, so now this video is going to be an addendum to the last one that I just made, talking about Floyd Mayweather, Vasyl Lomachenko, Juan Manuel Marquez, Guillermo Rigondeaux, and, fighters jumping up 2 weight classes and, summarily getting dominated. A fighter recently actually jumped up a couple weight classes and didn't get dominated. Matter of fact, he looked pretty dominant. Matter of fact, he won by knockout. You know who that fighter is? One, Naoya the Monster Inoue. That's who. 14-0 with 12 knockouts currently. He won a world title in, that is 6th bout against Adrian Big Bang Hernandez. And then in his 8th bout, not only became a 2-weight world champion in his 8th bout, in his actual 8th pro bout, because he didn't compete in the World Series of Boxing, unlike some people. He went in there against the number one guy. The number one guy. The number one guy. At 115 pounds. In Omar Narvaez. One Omar Narvaez who is still a top level contender. He's about to fight Zolani Tete on February 10th. He's going to be fighting Zolani Tete. He managed to get himself another title shot. Yes, he did. And he earned it too. Just came off of stopping an undefeated contender in Nikolai Potapov. But up until that point, Narvaez had been an undefeated flyweight champion and an undefeated super flyweight champion, and his only loss previous to that was to one Nonito Donaire. One Nonito, oh my God, if you beat Donaire, you're the greatest shit since sliced bread, Donaire. That's the only guy that Narvaez lost against. And matter of fact, he made Donaire look kind of stupid in that fight in large portions of it. But Naoya Inoue, no excuses necessary. Matter of fact, that really should be Naoya's name. Naoya No Excuses Inoue. Because really, there ain't no excuses to be made. None. Because he doesn't need them. He went in there and beat the shit out of Narvaez. He knocked him out in 2 rounds, man. Dropped him multiple times and washed him, man. Made Narvaez made people think that Narvaez was washed up. And I would say that leading into that fight, Narvaez was showing a little bit of signs of, possible slowdown and everything. But hey, he's about to fight fucking Tete for the WBO bantamweight championship now. So obviously he wasn't exactly washed up. Maybe a little bit past it, but generally, a little bit past it doesn't lead to a second-round knockout, a dominant second-round knockout. And, of course, since then, he's pretty much knocked out everybody except for David Carmona, who's, proven himself to be a top durable guy at super flyweight, a very serviceable kind of fringe contender at the weight class as it stands currently, which, it's pretty deep. If it wasn't as deep as it was, Carmona would probably be really a top 10 guy, maybe even higher than that, actually. But, in a way, he's going to be fighting December 30th versus Yohan Boyao, and so the rumors currently are that he's going to move up once again. So it'll be technically, I guess, like moving up into the 4th weight class, if you're talking about linearly, moving up the weight classes. But it would technically be the third one that he'd be competing in at bantamweight. And he actually even says that he's trying to fight against Luis Neri. Of course, Neri, that's assuming Neri beats Yamanaka again. Although I think most people, logically speaking, expect Neri to beat Yamanaka again, considering, whether or not he accidentally ingested, tainted beef or was, pumping the roids hella hard. It's tough to reverse the damage that he did to Yamanaka. He messed Yamanaka up, and so yeah, I don't see Yamanaka reversing that in a rematch. So Inoue's going after the top tier guys, man, and as opposed to some supposed pound for pounders nowadays who, where's Inoue's pound for pound, man? I see him, in people's top 10 lists. I see him at like number 7 or number 5 or what have you, but yeah, underrated. That's all I can say is underrated. But You guys will learn soon, man. You guys will learn soon. I mean, that's assuming that he continues to show and prove as he's been doing so far. You know, I think Neri's a very dangerous fucking opponent for Inoue, as a matter of fact. So if he does it, then be prepared, man. Be very prepared to place him at #1 because he will deserve it if he does so. So that's all I got to say on that one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.